so we are on the front of page 3. And so for the front of page 3, you are going to need a couple of little mats, okay? And I just grabbed some, you know, scraps from the pile that we have from cutting out our black cardstock. And so this one actually is cut at 6 3/4 by 4 3/4, and it will fit a photo that is 4 3/4 by 6. So yay! So yeah, so we have this right here. Okay, this is a photo mat, and that's the front and back. And then you'll need another one that you, oh, here we go, that is 5 1/4 by 6, okay? And you actually cut this by 6 by 6, okay? And then when you make your little tab, that's going to come down to 5 1/4 by 6 to fit your photo inside of this area here, okay? So you'll need to cover those. This one is a little one, and I believe, I don't know, like I said, I just grabbed some from my pile here. This one actually is 5 1/2 by 4 by 4 3/4, okay? And so again, we needed to account for the 3/4 inch for the tab. And I just went ahead and stuck the mats on here like this. I went ahead and made some little tabs for the top part and just stuck those on there, because you don't have to always cut a whole piece for the tab and the bottom part. You could just make some little tabbies and stick those up there. Okay. So then the next piece you're going to need is a little pocket, okay? And your pocket is going to be at 3 3/4 by 8 3/8. You are going to score a 1/2 inch on each side with the 8 3/8 along the top of your scoreboard. Then you're going to turn it to the 3 1/4 inch side, and you're going to score a 1/2 inch on your left-hand side. Then you're going to go ahead and cut where it has like a little X right here in order to get this little flat edge right here to go ahead and fold in and make your little pocket, okay? So for this part here, I went ahead and stuck my mat on the front part of my page here, and this little pocket is going to stick right on the side part here, okay? It's going to stick right there, just like that. All right, and so I am going to go ahead and I'm just going to mount this and put some glue on here. Okay, just like that. And I'm just swirling this over. I'm not really adding more glue. I'm just swirling it towards the little corners here. And I'm just going to add this right here. Mount this. Okay, and then I'm going to burnish that in. Okay, so I'm just going to burnish this in just like this. Okay, and then once that's burnished in, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lay this right here like so. All right, isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, so pretty, you guys. This whole paper collection is just absolutely gorgeous. So then we're going to go ahead and lay our pocket down like this, and I'm just leaving about 1/8 of an inch border from the side, okay? And let's see here, just want to make sure that's right. And all right, so just like that, and I'm just going to burnish that in all the way down the side. Okay. And go ahead and that off just like that. Okay. So again, I'm just going to go ahead and go in there and burnish those little tabs down that we're gluing down for our pocket. All right. And then here is our little mats, and you can stick your mats in there just like so. So there's that mat. This one can go this way. And then your big mat can go like this. And of course, I will be covering those. So, and you can stick more in there if you'd like. So I will be covering those and getting the mats on those. Okay. And so, but right now we're done with that. So pretty much done. And then if you wanted to, you can definitely decorate the sides here and, you know, with, your, you know, got tons of little items here to cut out and you can put on there. So yeah. Okay, so, and then also don't forget, okay, so now we're going to go ahead and do the back of page 3. So, I believe that's what we're doing here. Yeah, the back of page 3. So the back of page 3, we are going to go ahead and make some pockets for our little file folder, photo folders. So, okay, so, and this one I went ahead and turned around because I wanted this down here and I wanted this one up here. So when it's in your little pockets, it'll be looking like this in your page. Okay, so I turned that one upside down. So, but I already gave you the measurements for that. So that is all good. And then on the back of your mat for your page, you're going to have your 1/4 inch tape all the way around your mat, okay, on the back side. So on the front side, what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and measure up, grab your ruler, and I want you to measure up 2.5 inches, okay? And you're going to do a little tick mark. Okay, so a little tick mark right there. Then you're going to go ahead, find that tick mark, and you're going to go another 2.5 inches, okay, from that tick mark. All right, so you're going to go ahead and put another little tick mark right there. All right, and then what I want you to do is from that tick mark, I want you to draw a line about all the way down to about a 1/4 inch from the bottom. Okay, so you're not going to go all the way to the bottom of your page. You're going to leave about a 1/4 inch, and that is because of our tape. Our tape is a 1/4 inch, so you don't want to go past that part. All right, and same thing up here. You don't want to go past that 1/4 inch mark. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my little mat this way, and I'm going to draw a line all the way down, okay, just like that, to about a 1/4 inch, and that might be shorter than a 1/4 inch, but that's okay. Then on the next tick mark, again, I'm going to go ahead and grab my ruler, draw another line, okay, and alrighty, and I'm just going to draw another line all the way down to a 1/4 inch. Okay, and what I want to do now is I want to go ahead and just draw a little line up and through here, okay, to show me where my tape ends, so that way I know exactly where to not draw or to not go past that that tape on there. Okay, so just like that. So that gives me kind of like a little idea of where to stop when I'm doing the X-Acto knife. Okay, so here I'm going to grab my X-Acto knife, all right, and I'm going to go ahead and start here and go all the way down to my 1/4 inch. All right, going to go all the way down here, just like that. Okay, so now I have my start of my opening. Okay, so If you need to, go back in and just do your line again. Okay. And then press a little harder if you need to. Okay. And you're just going to go ahead and go all the way down again, just like that. Okay. So there is your little pocket. Yay! Okay. So that's going to be your little slide through pocket there. And then same thing here. You're going to go ahead and take your X-Acto knife, go where you have your little tick marks, and just push down all the way. Whoops, kind of messed up on that one. Okay, and you are just going to go down that line that you drew. Okay, all the way down. Okay, and there you go. And any, you know, if you like missed anything, you can always just erase on there. Okay, and yeah, so you could just erase all of that you drew on there. Okay. All right. Okay. So there is that. So now we can go ahead, and if you need to, you can clean up any like odds and ends or anything like that. You know, if you want to grab your cutter bee scissors or maybe your little sharp scissors, which I'm trying to find mine. Don't know what I did with them. Oh, they're there. I can go in and from the bottom, and I can just go ahead and just kind of clean up any little pieces that are, you know, just poking out, and I can go in just a little bit there. Okay, and just kind of clean up like any little tidbits, okay, that if I need to. All right, so there we go. So there is your pocket. So now you can go ahead and you can lay this down onto your page. Okay, so to do that, you're just going to go ahead and take your tape off of this area here, and you can go ahead and add some glue if you like, just to reinforce that. You do not want to add any glue on the inner part of this area that we cut. Okay, otherwise your pockets won't work right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grab my glue, and I'm just going to put some glue right on top of my tape. Okay. Just like that. Alrighty, and I'm going to flip this around like this, and I'm just going to go ahead and place this down just like that. I need to get down a little bit more. Okay, and I'm going to grab my little wipey here, and I'm just going to wipe up that glue that seeps out, and we're just going to burnish this in really good. Alrighty, we are almost done, you guys. Page 4 is next. Yay! So there we go. So that is that. And now with your little file folders all done, again, they are 9.5 by 6.5. You are going to score at 4 1/4, okay? And again, I'm just going to put the small one right in through here. Okay, and there we go. And then here is the large one. And I gave you the measurements for the large one. Okay, the large one is I don't know. Let me see what the large one is. I think it's about the same. Oh, the large one is at 10 1/4, okay, by 6 1/2, okay. And then you're going to score, I believe, at the 4 1/4 inch. Let's see here. I will have everything in the instructions for you. You're going to score at 5 inches, okay? So you're going to score at 5. Alrighty, and that is going to fit in here as well. So I'm going to go ahead and look that up. And that is going to go right in there, just like that. So that is how you're going to fit your little file folders in your pockets, okay? And so easy peasy, you guys. Oh my gosh. So, and on these, of course, you have 4 little areas for your pictures. You have, you know, in here, or journaling, okay? And you can always add some journaling pieces to this, you know, right on the side. You could have a little journaling card. So there's that. How cute is that, you guys? Oh my gosh. So you could definitely go ahead and just cut this out. And if you wanted to, you could definitely go ahead and, you know, distress it if you wanted to. You know, it does have a little bit of distressing on there. So if you wanted to do that, you could. So let's see here. Go ahead and distress this just a bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. And you could ink that up if you wanted. Okay. But it's totally up to you how you want to do it. So, and then you can just go ahead and set that right there, just like that. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and add some little glue to that. And put that down right there, just like that. So there is my little note there, and I could journal on that, put a little note on that, and that refers to my pictures. So we are done with page 3, you guys. Easy peasy. So yay! So on to page 4. So page 4 is pretty easy, okay? And so I'm going to get everything cleaned up, and then I will be back for page 4. Good morning, everybody. So today we are going to start page 4, and we are going to be on the front of page 4. So what you're going to need is one strip that is 4 1/2 by 1, okay? And you're going to go ahead and score right down the middle, and that is going to be your hinge for this piece. That is 4 3/4 by 6. This piece is actually going to be at the top of our page right here. Okay, and I went ahead and cut out my mat, and I'm going to go ahead and stick that on real quick. And okay, so let me go ahead and stick this on real quick. And okay, so before I glue this on, okay, we need to go ahead and stick our little hinge on here, put this up on top, and then so we can, okay, so you want to make sure that your hinge, okay, the fold is up on the edge of this. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and stick that on there, just like that. Okay, so there we go. So there is our little folder thing. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on here. All right, that's going to be attached right here at the top. Okay, and you want to go ahead and do this so that way, you know, your mat covers this part here. Now, if you forget, don't worry about it. You can always use one of, you know, your little things like, you know, your little strips that we have. Plenty of those, right, in our little pile. So you could always use one of those to cover that up as well. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this and lay this down here. And have some tape sticking out. Make sure your tape is all the way in. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so now I can go ahead and glue this on. So I'm going to go ahead and just put that right there on the top. Okay, just like that. Woohoo! Alrighty, so it looks really good. And just going to go ahead and burnish this down. Okay, so we're just going to burnish this down really good. If you have any excess glue coming off, just go ahead and wipe that up. Okay. And now we're going to go ahead and add our magnets. Okay. Now you could add your magnet on before you put your mat on, which, you know, I forgot. So I should have did that too, but I forgot. So no worries. We're going to go ahead and just stick that right there in the middle part. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and stick this. This is going to come off of here, and there we go. So now you have your magnet attached to this, and then you will need 2 of these that are going to be your mat for your little file folder here. Okay, and then you'll need one up here. Okay, for right here. I'm going to go ahead and cut another one of these out, and then I will be right back. Okay, guys, so what I want to share real quick is I wanted to use this word right here, right? So in order for me to do that, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to use this little guy here. Okay, put that in there, just like that. And I want to see if that's going to work. All right, so I'm going to make my little tag like that. All right, and then I'm going to take this off. Okay, and I want to make it large. Okay, so I want to go ahead, put it on the large piece right here, and there we go. So that is how you make, if you want little words or something on your tabs down here. Okay, and okay, I just stuck that little word bliss on there on the little tab. Okay, and then the other thing that I want to show you is you can get a pen, and I don't remember if I showed you all this. Just get your pen, your black pen, and just go around it. Okay, I think I'm running out of ink. Let me get over and grab another pen. You could just grab a black pen and just go around your little words and just kind of, I just kind of do it like a scribbly. It just kind of makes them stand out a little bit more. And I just think it gives it a really nice little, you know, pop to your words on your little tab. So you could just go ahead and open this up now. I went ahead and covered the top part of this for a photo. Okay, and you can definitely add some words in here. And let's see here, I have this word here. So I thought I might add that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just round off my corners here. Alrighty, and I'm just going to go ahead and that there. And then I know that this is already has words on it, but I'm going to go ahead and grab my black pen again, and I'm just going to go ahead and go around my words with it. The little sentiments here. Okay. So that way they just kind of pop a little bit more on the paper. So then here we're just going to go ahead, and I had cut out some previous things earlier, and so I thought I'd go ahead and lay them down here. Okay, so I have two pieces here that are about 4 7/8 by 5 1/4. So what I want to do is, since I want a 4-inch picture on here, okay, I know that I'm going to go ahead and cut the tallest part of this, okay? So I'm going to bring over my tab, and what I want to do is I want to try to get a middle tab, okay? So we'll see how this turns out. Go ahead and close this right here, okay? And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to round all of my corners first before I cut, okay? So I'm going to do that. All right, so I got all my corners rounded. All right, I'm going to take this off, okay? And because I know it's about 4 7/8 right in through here, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to mark it at the 6-inch large, okay? Where it's right here, okay? So that's where I'm going to, I think that's where I'm going to go. Or, yeah. Yeah, so we're going to do 6-inch large, okay? And I'm not sure how in the middle this is going to be. I might have to do, you know what, let's do 5-inch large, okay? And we'll see how that goes. So we're going to go to 5-inch large right here, and we measured it on the side here. And then we're going to go to the large over here, okay? And that should be about the middle part. And it is. Yay! So so when you're measuring, you want to go ahead and go along with the horizontal width of your measurements here on your mat, okay? And then I'm going to go ahead and cut this little piece off. Didn't seem like it came off very good. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut that little piece off. All right, and now you'll have these edges here, which is fine, okay? And you can go ahead and put your little guy back in there, and then go ahead and stick that back in there, and it'll cut your a little corner right there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do my other one like that as well. And yeah, so if you have all right, so we're good to go on there. All right, so next I'm going to go ahead and do the other one. Okay, and again, for that I'm going to go ahead and go with the tallness or the, what is it, the length of this, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to round my corners first, right here. All right. So I know that they're good to go when I'm done. So I'm just going to go ahead and round all my corners. Okay. Alrighty. All right. So next we're going to go ahead. Again, I'm going to go ahead and measure this at the 5. And this one's going to be the large. So there we go. Turn it over. Go to the large side again. Okay, and there we go. So, yay! So there we go. And next, I'm going to go ahead and cut the edges, the ends off. Okay. Just like that. All right, so there we go. So there is our file folder. And again, I'm just going to set this back in here to round the corners off. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and round off the corners. Just like that. All right, so now we are ready to go and put this on here. And definitely you can fit a, I think it's like a 4 by 5, 4 7/8 by 4 5/8 or 4.5 inch picture on here. So really, that is a really nice size. Yep. So, what I did is I want to layer this here. I thought a layered little area would be really pretty. So on top of here, we're going to go ahead and just take a little piece of paper. All right, and you can just get into your scraps. And you're going to go ahead and cut a 6 7/8 by a 6 1/4 or 6 1/4 6 1/4 inch piece of paper. Okay, so 6 7/8 by 6 1/4. You're going to go ahead and just mat the top of that. Okay, and that's going to lay down right here, just like that. Okay, then you are going to cut a pocket that is 7 7/8. There we go. 7 7/8 by 4. Okay, and then your mat is going to be 6 7/8 by 3 3/8. Okay, so there is that, and that is just going to sit right on top of that little mat here. Okay, and then I went ahead and cut, I still don't know if I want this on here like that, which I think I might go ahead and do, or if I want that turned this way. I think it looks pretty both ways, so I think I might, I don't know, I think I might just do this one though, because then here we can go ahead and we can add some of our little cut apart things, and we can add, so like here we could add this right here, okay, which I already fussy cut out some things from the cut apart page. And let's see, let me grab, so like this is the page that I cut a lot. I just sat one night and I just cut out like all of these things, y'all. I just cut out everything. So that left me with one more page to do, so that's okay. And or we could use the back of this for something. So yeah, so I went ahead and cut out a bunch of items, and so I really like that on that page. I think it looks so pretty. So I might go ahead and put that there, and I might go ahead and put like a few little butterflies or something, or you could actually just put maybe a little saying on there with a few butterflies. There is this right here, or there's even this one, okay, that you can definitely just, you know, add some flowers to it and all that, which we still have some flowers that we got from the haul, okay, that was sent to me. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down, and then we will, the mats, okay, so the mats for this, all right, I made a few different sizes, and I did use, so here is this mat here, okay, so that could fit right there, and this I believe will fit a 4 by 5, or yeah, 4 by 6, maybe 4 by 5, 4 by 5 1/4, okay, inch photo. So you could definitely use that. So that could slide in there. And then I had one bigger one, but I don't know what I did with it. But we could definitely make some bigger ones too. So, so I will be doing that as well. Okay, so trying to find, I know I had some somewhere. Okay, so so you can definitely make some more mats to go behind here in your pocket. So I will be Okay, so there is the front of page 4. All right, and of course, you know, you can decorate this however, you know, you would like. So you could even just add like a little card right here, you know. So I like that. And then maybe with something like that. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, I cut out like a bunch of those little things, and you know, we can definitely, I'm going to be cutting out more stuff like the butterflies and such. But I kind of really kind of want a little card here, but I don't want something too big. I think I'm going to go ahead and just add this right here. And it just kind of off-centers it a little bit, you know, just kind of gives it a little bit of character there. So I kind of like that. So I'm just going to leave that there. And then I am going to go ahead and I'm going to cut out this butterfly here. Or you know what? I think we have some paper still. Yeah. So I'm going to cut out some butterflies and put those around here. So we have like all this whole page of butterflies, okay, that we had pulled out and put to the side. So I'm going to cut out some butterflies and put those there. I might even just stick like a little card there just to give it a little bit of something. So, all right, just like that. Alrighty. And then, okay, so we're done with that. So next we have the back of page 4. And I have something so exciting, you guys. Okay. So y'all know how I love to decorate with the front of the paper pads sometimes, right? So, oh, here's the rest of my little, yep. Okay, so here's the rest. Here's the rest of them. So I'll get to those in a minute. So what I want you to do is I want you to, I had told you not to throw this away, right? Now we're going to use this, okay? So we are actually going to use this on the back of page 4, okay? And this is where we're going to make pockets from this, all right? So let's put this one aside. That's the back of page 4. You are going to cut this out. So I'm going to grab my little trimmer here. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and take that out. And I am going to turn it this way, and we're just going to cut off the top part of this so it will lay the correct way on the trimmer. So I'm just going to cut that off, okay? And what you're going to do is you are going to go ahead and turn this around, and you're going to cut on this line right here, okay? So you're just going to cut right down there. So stick that in your trimmer right like that. All right, and you're just going to cut the front of that cover of the paper pad off, all right? And then we are going to go ahead and cut into this to make these into pockets. So I will be right back. Okay, so what I want you to do now is grab your trimmer again, and I want you to go ahead and cut a 1/2 inch off on the right hand side. So where it has that peach colored line, okay, you're going to go ahead, measure a 1/2 inch, and I want you to cut that off. All right, so we don't need that no more. You throw that away. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to grab my paper, Now, depending on how you want this, okay, now you can definitely, you know, if you want to keep this top half, you definitely need to make sure that you have at least three or four pockets. Okay, 3 pockets, I think. One, two, three pockets. So 3 pockets. So you can either have so you want to have 3 pockets on this page. So you can either have this would be 1 pocket, the insert. This would be 2, and then this would be 3. Okay, so you would have these 4 right here, or you could go up 1 and have this one as a pocket, this one as a pocket, and this one as a pocket. Okay, so you know, or you could do, you know, or you could do the middle ones, however you want to do it. I really thought I liked the butterfly ones. I don't know, I kind of like, I also like the words, but the words, you could actually cut these out and use these on your little tabs, okay, because they're small enough. So I think we're going to go with these. Okay, so we're going to use the bottom and then the butterfly and then this one right here, because you can actually also notate on this one, okay? So I kind of like that idea. Okay, so now you're going to, once you cut off a 1/2 inch from here, you're going to go ahead and I'm going to pick these 3 bottom ones to be on my, for my pockets, okay? So you're going to go ahead and I'm going to cut off right here, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and turn this around and I'm going to cut off right here, all right? And I'm going to cut like right above that like little peach line there. So I'm going to try to get this, move that out of the way so it's straight. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and put it up here. Okay, so alrighty. Okay, so there are my 3 that I'm going to have as my pocket, right? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead. This is kind of like the same thing that we do when we have, when we've done the 1/4 inch around the back of our paper, and we've taken our X-Acto knife and we cut in the paper to make pockets. This is exactly the same thing. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and grab your 1/4 inch tape. You're going to put your tape, okay, make sure you do not put tape at the top, all right? You do not want any tape at the top, just on the sides and then on the bottom, all right? So make sure that you have, so I always do my bottom first because I know that if I don't do that, I will get confused and I will end up putting tape on the top. So I'll get turned around once I start doing this. So, okay, so you're going to go ahead and just put your tape right around there. And okay, so there we go. So now you're going to burnish that in really good. All right. And then once you do that, then you're going to go ahead and you are going to grab your little mat. I want you to go ahead and just mark a 1/4 inch on each side. So that way you know that that's where you need to stop. Okay. You can, what you're going to do is we are going to go ahead and I'm just going to bring that down, grab my X-Acto knife, grab my pencil, and I'm just going to go ahead and measure where my 1/4 inch hit on in between these two here, where that little line is. That's where we're going to cut our pocket. That's where we're going to start it. And I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see it better. There we go. Okay, so you're going to take your ruler, measure in 1/4 inch here, okay? So I'm going to take my little ruler here, and I'm going to go ahead and put just a little line right here. Okay, just where enough where I can see it, because yeah, I don't want to erase on here. I don't know how it would affect this. Okay, okay, and then you're going to scoot down, mark another 1/4 inch. Okay, turn this over. Okay, again, you're going to measure and just put a little line on that that little, excuse my dog, she's sneezing. And you're going to mark a little line right there on that peach line. Okay, you're going to mark like a little tick mark. You're going to come over here and you are going to do another little tick mark. Okay, and right there. All right, so now you know that where you need to stop, okay, when you do your X-Acto knife. Okay, so I'm going to grab my X-Acto knife and I'm going to see where that line is. Okay, and I'm not sure if y'all can see it. I know I can see it, but I don't know if you guys can see it. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to make it darker on my end so you guys can see where my little tick marks are. Okay, so it's right there. There's one, there's two, okay, and then I turn it over, there's one right there. It's right in it, like underneath the leaf area, and then there's my second one right there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grab my X-Acto knife. I'm going to scoot this up, or actually I'm going to turn it this way so I can get the whole paper on there, and I'm going to just cut on that peach line and make sure that I stay on there. Okay, and I think I'm going a little bit crooked on here. That's okay. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so there's our pocket. We're going to do the same thing here. Where that little tick mark you made, you're just going to go ahead and go all the way down on that peach line there. All the way down right there. Okay, so yay! So there we go. So there are our pockets. Now you've got 3 pockets. You've got one here, here, and here. Okay, so now we're ready to go. Now you can go ahead and you can place your tape, okay, so that way your little mats don't fall through your pockets when they're on here. Okay, you can go ahead and place your tape on the bottom of this pocket here. Okay, so this pocket right here, you want tape. So you can turn it over. Go ahead and place your 1/4 inch tape right there, right on the edge of that pocket. Okay, just like that. All right, and then you're going to place another piece right below or right above that score line that we just did, or not the score line, the cut that we just made. Okay, so again, you're going to go ahead and do that. All right, so there we go. Alrighty. Okay, so now you can go ahead and we can lay down our little pocket. And here you can, you can place it in the middle if you want to. I'm placing mine a little bit further down so that way this way my little mat can still have room up here, okay, to hang out. All right. So next you're just going to go ahead and you are going to burnish that in just like that. Okay, and there you go. Now for your little mats, okay, I went ahead and cut out a few already. All right, and the other thing I wanted to show you all something else too in just a second. So the mats that I did were just regular mat sizes or regular little, I should say, file sizes, I guess. I cut mine at 5.5 by 4 3/4, okay? And then the paper, the design paper you want to cut your mat is going to be at 5 3/8 by 3 7/8, okay? So again, you'll cut these at 5.5 by 4 3/4, okay? You need, remember, when you use the tab punch, you need to count 3/4 inches for your tab, okay? Because that is how much space is going to be taken up with that tab. So if you want a 4 by 4 photo on your piece of paper, you are going to have to do 4 by 4 3/4, so that way a 4-inch paper or a 4-inch photo will fit on here, okay? So that's how, unless you want a border, okay? If you want a border, then just add another 1/8 inch or 1/4 inch, whatever. But yeah, so, okay. So those will fit right in through here. And let's see, I can't remember. I must have not cut another piece for this one, I guess. So these will just fit in here like this, okay? Just like that. Alrighty. And of course, you can have them smaller. So I did do some that were smaller. All right. So these are little teeny tiny ones. Okay. And then I did smaller ones. So these ones can be for like little tiny, like wallet size photos or something. So these measure, I don't think I wrote the measurements down for this one here. This one is really teeny tiny. It's so cute. And this one is actually, it actually measures at 4, okay? 4 by 3. Okay, so 4 by 3, and then I cut the tab, okay? So that will fit in here as well. So if you wanted smaller ones to fit in here, you would just fit them in there just like that. Okay, and then this one right here is a long one. This one, I don't remember. This one is 5.5 by 3. Okay, 3 1/8. Okay, so there's many different sizes of little file. I call them file folders, or file, little file photo mats you can do, okay, with that punch. So there's many different sizes you can do. They're so cute. And so again, here's one right here. Okay. And then again, I did some other ones. Okay. So there's that. So if you didn't want your file little tab to show up at the edge of the paper, that's why you can use these little tiny ones, okay? So they can fit right in through here, all right? And they won't show up there, all right? So there is that, okay? And again, some of these are different measurements at 3.5 by 3 5/8, okay? And so you can definitely, oh, there we go, 5.5 by 3 5/8, and then you'll just make your mat, you know, accordingly or however you would like to do that, okay? And so I wanted to show you something else that you could do, okay? So if you wanted to put like a word on here, let's say you just want to put a tab on something, okay? So here is a tab, all right? And let's say you just wanted to add that like right here, okay, to the top of your little pocket, okay? You just want to add a tab to the pocket, all right? This is how you're going to do that with the tab punch, okay? Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to make just a tiny little tab, okay? If you wanted to add a tab to a pocket or maybe to a picture mat or something, then you're just going to grab a scratch piece paper, okay? And you're going to go ahead and fold that right in half, all right? Just like that. Okay, so now you have a half sheet of, or a little half piece of paper that you folded. You are going to go ahead and you're going to scoot your little peg over to start making a tab, okay? You're going to go ahead and punch down, all right? And then you're going to go ahead and make sure, I'm sorry, make sure that you have the fold up against your board, okay, when you punch your tab, okay? You're going to go ahead and remove your little peg, and you're going to turn this over and set this, let's say, either at the small, the medium, or the large. And I'm going to do the large, okay? So I'm going to set that right up there, and I'm just going to punch that, just like that. So there is my tab. Okay, then I'm going to bring this over here, put this on here like this, and instead of just taking this part off, I'm going to run the blade all the way across the top. And there is my little tab, okay? Now, if I want to, like, let's say I want a little cover on this, okay? So I would just take one of my little pieces of paper, okay, that is a scratch piece of paper from my scrap pile, okay? Then I would go ahead and do the same thing. Put my peg in, go ahead and punch, okay? Then I would turn it over and I would go ahead and punch it again on the large. Go ahead and put this in here, grab the blade, and then just go straight across, okay? And there is my little tab. So, and then I just have like a little tail right there. That's okay. And there you go. So you have your little tab now that will fit on top of this, just like that. Okay, and then you have the opening where you could just glue this onto one of your mats. So let's say, like, here's a mat right here, and if I wanted that, I could just go ahead and glue that right on top of my mat, and there we go. So that's how you can also use the tab punch, okay? So you don't have to always make a little you know, you don't always have to make a little file photo mat. You could just make your little tabs just like this. Okay, so that kind of helps a lot. So, yay! Okay, so back to page 4. So, again, I was going to go ahead and I'm going to mount these little guys right here. Okay, I just thought that they would look cute there. And, you know, just give me a little bit of a little area to write on. Okay, So I'm going to go ahead and mount those on there. So just take, you could either do it by glue or you could do it, you know, by tape, whatever adhesive you want. Yeah. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and stick that right down on there. Just like that. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and grab this and I'm going to stick that right there. So that, and put that right on top of there just like that. And there you go. And then of course, when you make your tabs, you could put one here, you could put one here, and then you could put one down here. So you would have 3 tabs, you know, however, you know, for whatever. So I could do one here. Okay. All right, so there is page 4, you guys. And so we are on to the inside of our book now. Okay, so we are moving right along to the inside of our book. Now, for the inside of our book, okay, we are going to go ahead and make some little pockets, okay? And what I did was I used, and I'm just going to grab this for you, okay? My last book, I used this eyelet rectangle and basics die from Heartfelt Creations, and you can get this over at JNS Hobbies and Crafts. And I went ahead and used this die for the inside of the pockets. Okay, so to do that, I created okay. We're going to have a couple of pockets on each page. And I used the eyelet one, okay, for this. And let's see, that one. Here we go. Here we go. Here's my little doodads. Okay, so you're going to need 4 of these, but you're going to need 2 for the back and 2 for the front. Okay, they are actually measured at 4.5 by 3.5. Your mat that you cut for this is going to be 4.25 by 3.25. Okay, and you're going to flip these over. Now, remember I told you I get confused. And I went ahead and just did like all the way around, but really what you're going to do is you're just going to need one part of it done. Okay, so you're going to need the one side that is the long side, okay, and then you're going to put 2 on the sides, all right, because this is going to be the pocket part, all right, and they're going to sit like this. So you're going to have one like that, okay, so you can slide your little mat in, okay, so your little mat is going to slide in there like that, all right, and then the other one, okay, so you can have another one, and this one can sit like this, okay, or it can sit like this, however you would like, okay. I thought that, you know, if you had them upside down, okay, so like this one would be like that, and then this one would be upside down pocket, okay. Or you could have it set like this, all right, where they kind of like run into each other, kind of like that. All right, you could do that, all right, which is really cute. So, but I thought that these would be like super, super cute, cute idea to use your little mats, okay? You're going to need 2 little file photo mats that are 3 3/4 by 4, okay? Your mat for your photo for the paper part is going to be 3 by 3.5. Okay, and I put page 4 on there because I wasn't going to do this on page 4, but I decided to do it on the back of the book. So this is going to be for the back cover, all right. And again, these little file photo mats would just go right in there like that. Okay, this one can go in here like this, all right, and then so this will just slip right in there just like that. All right, and then your other photo mat would just slip in here like that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish matting all of mine, and then we will go ahead and put this together. Okay. Hi guys, real quick before I put down my little pockets here, I wanted to go ahead and let you know that I went ahead and I put some foam tape on the back of my pockets, okay? And just to bring them up a bit, because I noticed that when I put them down the first time, I noticed that I was having a little bit of a hard time getting our little file photo mats, file photo mats inside of the pocket. And I think that this will help them slide in and out a little bit easier. So, so you want to go ahead and put some foam tape on the back of your pockets, okay? And so I'm going to go ahead and tack everything down, and then I'll be right back. Hi guys. Okay, good morning to you. Okay, all right guys, we are back with doing our cover. Okay, we finished the inside of our book, so this is what you should have. Go ahead and take that apart. So this is what you should have, is something like this. Okay, so you should have, after you put the foam on the back of your pockets, then your little card should be able to just slide in and out, just like that. And I haven't put anything on my little tabs yet. I went ahead and fussy cut this little piece out and then cut this down a little bit. Actually, it was one whole card that, let's see if I have that card. I don't know if I have that card. I might have used it. Let me see if I can find it. I might have used that card already. Yeah, I don't think I have it in here in my pile. So basically this card right here had this on the bottom of it. Okay, this right here is actually a fussy cut from someplace else. So what I did was I just cut this bottom love part off of there and I rounded the corners on here and then just stuck that on there for like a little journaling or whatever. And then I went ahead and popped up some cards on top of the little pockets. So just to give it a little bit of note, you know, sentiments on there. I thought it looked really pretty. So, and then of course we went ahead and used some smaller cards here. We fussy cut this part out. These are all from this paper here. All right. So this is what the back looks like. And then this is what all of your cut aparts are from. Okay. So, and then, so what I want you to do now is I want you to go ahead and put your little strips in between your gussets, okay? And they should measure about 3 1/8 inch, I think it was, is what I measured these at. yeah, 3/8 inch. So you'll just cut out 4 little strips, okay, and then glue them down, and then go ahead and put your tape right on top of your hinges, all right? And how you do that is, I'm going to go ahead and flip this over this way, fold all my hinges back. All right, what I do with my hinges is I've always done it this way. I go ahead and when I get my hinge, okay, this is the folded part. So this is the part where your page is going to fit over the top of this, all right? And you're going to grab your tape. Okay, this is 3/8 inch. You are going to put your tape at the top of the fold, okay? So and don't put it at the bottom part, because you don't want your pages going all the way to the bottom. You only want your pages going up here. You want to leave about 1/8 of an inch, or maybe 1/16 of an inch, I should say, from the bottom in order for your pages to flip back and forth easily. Okay, if you put it all the way to the bottom, your pages are not going to flip easily, and they are also, the book it's just not going to lay right. Okay, it's not going to lay flat, and it's going to stick up. So you don't want to do that. So you want to get your tape, again, put it close to the top of the fold. Okay, so just like this. And how I do it is I just run my finger along with the tape as it's adhering down, just like that. Okay, and then you can go ahead and press that in really good. And then you want to go ahead and just clip that off, just like that. All right, so now you have your hinge ready to, it's all prepared for the pages. Okay, so your hinge is now prepared for all of your pages. All right, and again, if you want to, you can definitely go back and forth, you know, make sure that everything's burnished in good. Okay, so just like that. All right, so there you go. So now we're going to go ahead and do the cover, and I'm going to go ahead and zoom back out a bit. All right, just zoom in. Okay, so here we're going to do a little layering, okay, and not a lot, just a little bit. We're going to go ahead and grab a 1/4 inch by 7 3/4 inch piece of paper, okay, and you're going to go ahead and lay this over the top of your little tails here. All right, so just like that. All right, and I have my measurement written up there. I just need to erase that. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to leave a border around that. All right, you're just going to leave a border right around that area. So you have this piece that is so pretty. Love that foiled look. And then you're going to have like a little plain area there. Okay, and I just thought it really, I thought it looked pretty, and it gave it a little bit of character. So I really liked that. And okay, so I'm going to go ahead and erase this part here because that's just my measurement. All right, and I went ahead and already put all of my tape on the back of here, so I'm going to go ahead and tear this off, and I'm going to go ahead and adhere it. Okay, and I'm going to adhere this down. And here is where, after I adhere this down, I'll probably just go ahead and speed through how I put together the front and the back, or not the front and the back, just the front of the cover. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add just a little bit of glue to this, just to the top portions, and put that there. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Alrighty, and then once we get this on, we are going to go ahead and start putting on. Okay, and I'm going to turn it this way because I want to make sure that I leave a little bit of a, like I said, I want to leave a little bit of a border around this. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and press down. And you're going to go ahead and just burnish that in really, really good, just like that. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so there is that. And so then if you wanted to, you can definitely do some more layering if you want, but I don't think we really need to. I love this paper and I really don't want to cover it up. So the next thing we're going to do is you're going to grab a little card like this, okay? And you're going to go ahead and put that behind your frame. Or designs. Okay, these frames are designs by Shellie, and they come in many various colors, so you can always go to her shop and look at those. And I'm going to go ahead and put that right behind here. So I'm going to go ahead and add some glue behind here. Just like that. Okay. I usually add the glue like all over the place because it just sticks better. Okay, I'm going to grab my little sign. I'm going to turn this over just like this. And go ahead and stick this on here. Actually, I'm going to bring it down. Just like that. Alrighty. And I'm just smearing the glue on the back of the card here. All right, and I am going to go ahead and cut the card. So to cut this piece out from here, you just get your X-Acto knife, okay? Or you can use your scissors, okay? Okay, so the back won't look that pretty, but it's definitely gonna stick down, okay? And it's all cut and you won't be able to see any of the, you won't be able to see any of this. Okay. righty. Okay, so there we go. So that is going to be our little sign, okay? And then, or our little framed sentiment here. And we are just going to go ahead and put it right here, right in the middle, okay? So I'm just going to sit it right there, right in the middle. And I'm just going to go ahead and push down with my hand, okay? And I just am going to go ahead and go completely around the frame and make sure that it is stuck down, okay? Now, this glue does dry clear, so if you get any glue around your glitter area, don't worry about it. Just wipe it off, okay? And it's going to dry clear, so no worries. Okay. If you feel you need to add glue around the frame, you can do that too. All right, I've done that in the past. So there we go. So there is our frame. And now we've got our flowers. We're going to go ahead and add our flowers. Okay, so for the next part in putting together the flowers and such, I am just going to dip into my stash that I've had from other projects. Okay, so I will be using the Tim Holtz Ideology flowers. But what I want to do is I kind of want my flowers to be like a crescent right here in the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my pencil and I'm just going to kind of draw a little line. Okay, like this. And this is kind of how I want it. Okay, right there. And then same thing down here. I think I just want just a tad bit flowers. I want a big, so I just want a little bit of flowers right here. And I might go ahead and put a larger bunch right in through here. Okay, so I'm just grabbing my pencil and kind of drawing a line in through there. And you could do the same thing. You know, it's just, like I said, it's just a little crescent right off the edge of the flower here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put together my flowers. Okay, guys, so there is the front of our book. So I just basically fussy cut a lot of the butterflies, and then I went ahead and put the flowers here, and then I put some fussy cut flowers that I did right here in the corner. I used all of the flowers that was sent to me, and put these beautiful, cute little butterflies all over. So yay! And then, okay, so let's go ahead and move on to putting in our pages. I usually put our pages in first and then decorate the front, but I kind of got sidetracked, and so if you want to do your pages first, you can do that, no problem. And then decorate the front. But you know, sometimes it doesn't matter. Either way, you can do it. So. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do page 4 first. And remember, you want to go ahead and make sure you have your opening on your left-hand side, okay? And we're going to go ahead and peel these off here. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and just fit that. Now you want to make sure that you put your page in down by the tape. Okay, so you want to make sure you get towards the edge of the tape there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and push that through. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and attach our first page here, okay? And what you're going to do is you're just going to go and take off your strips. Okay, I always put some glue right in through here, all right? And I'm just going to go ahead, and just helps it kind of slide on a little bit better, and also helps keep your page in place. So I'm going to go ahead and put glue there, and then we can always wipe it up, you know, when we're done. So we're going to grab our first page, which was this one here. Okay, page 1, and I marked them. I have to mark them. So you're going to go ahead and make sure that your opening is on your left-hand side. Okay, so you can slide it in there. And I am just going to go ahead and open this up. Okay, so once you get your page in there, okay, and my glue is kind of coming out the bottom, that's okay. It's not a problem. You want to go ahead and you want to just grab your little napkin, okay, and you can just go ahead and clean that up just right there, just like that, okay, and make sure that the other side is mounted on there as well, okay, so you just want to go ahead and press in, all right, just press that in just like that, okay, and go ahead and go back and forth onto your page and just make sure it's burnished in there really good, okay, and I'm just removing the glue from here. Also, you can you have some little areas you can just grab, you know, you can also grab some paper and put in between there if you wanted to. So, all right, so there is our little book. All right, so I am just cleaning up the glue here. All right, okay, so now our second page, okay? So again, you're just going to go ahead, grab these on here, Take these off. Okay, again, I'm just going to grab my glue and put a little line right through there and a little line on the other side. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and smudge that in just a bit, just like that. Grab page number 2. All right. Make sure your opening is on your left-hand side. All right. And you just want to go ahead and fit that right over your hinge. So we're going to go ahead and just put our little page in there. And you're going to go ahead and make sure that your page reaches the end of your tape there. Okay. And once you get there, make sure that your other side is the same. Okay. So go ahead and push that down. All right. And go ahead and push that in. And you're just going to go ahead and burnish this in here. Okay. Just like that. All right. So there we go. So again, you're just going to go ahead and burnish that in. Alrighty. And then we're going to go ahead and do the third page. And third page, I guess I'll go ahead and get it now. Make sure your opening is towards you. Okay. On the left-hand side. And then you're just going to go ahead, bring your page over. And slide that page right on down. All right. And you're going to go ahead and when you reach it towards the bottom of that tape, you want to make sure that you burnish that in. Okay. So just burnish that in. Again, we are making sure that we're not taking our page all the way to the edge of your hinge. Okay. You don't want it to hit the bottom part. Okay. And go ahead and change this over here. Okay, you guys, so thank you for joining me in making another fantastic and beautiful mini album. I had really a good time making this album. So pretty. This paper is just absolutely gorgeous, you guys. So I hope you get a chance to make this one or buy the paper. And thank you so much for joining me, and talk to you soon. Bye. Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. I hope that you all enjoyed all the tutorials for this Apricot Honey mini album I created. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you for your support and encouraging words. Every time I post a new video, it really means a lot to me. And if you haven't joined my channel yet, please hit that subby button below. Also, I just want to say thank you all so much, and I wish you a great day. Happy crafting!